All the way back in February of 2019, I boldly claimed that Microsoft Steve was going to join the Smash Ultimate roster, and, well, not to say I told you so, but...
Shame on you.
You look like a clown to me, fool.
Don't you start
you ain't
yapping your yap at me. I can come in there and step to you.
Come inside then. You step one foot in here, I'll stab the
Despite being right about Steve, though, I'm sure most people are still going to choose to ride my ass about when I was wrong about Banjo, even though I did specifically state in that video that I wanted to be wrong and just thought it was best to keep our expectations low. But that's neither here nor there, because all that really matters is that Minecraft Steve finally joined Smash Ultimate, and people seem to be pretty happy about it for the most part, but as with literally any new Smash Bros. Fighter, there's always going to be people who are ready to pee and saccharize Frankenberry over it. And if that describes you, then make sure to lie to your neighbor about knowing somebody famous, press the subscribe button if you haven't already, and allow me, the 10th wonder of the world, CameronAllOneWord, to tell you why you shouldn't complain about Minecraft Steve and Alex joining Smash Ultimate. Alright, so before I tell you why you shouldn't complain about Steve, just know that I'm not saying that you need to pretend to be excited about him or anything like that, and I'm not even saying that you should buy him if you don't want to, because after all, I'm the guy who said he's not going to buy Wave 2 up front based on Min Min, seeing as how I know for a fact that I'm never going to play as her, but just because you're not going to buy something up front doesn't necessarily mean that you're complaining about it, or even that you don't think it's cool, because I definitely think that Min Min is in fact cool, but even if you don't think Steve or Minecraft are cool in any way, shape, or form, then I still don't think you should complain about the inclusion to Smash, because the game's already got over 70 characters that you don't got to pay anything extra for, with all kinds of stages, extras, and free updates that give you even more goodies. So if you don't want to buy any of the new fighters, whether it be because you don't personally like them, or because you just don't think you're ever going to end up using them, then just don't do it. And if you're mad because you already bought the second Fighter's Pass up front and didn't get anything you wanted so far, then, well, why did you do that and have any expectations at all? Man, if you're the type of person who just wants to buy the entire roster regardless of who they add, then great, but why would you buy DLC without knowing what it is while expecting something you were never promised? To me, that's even worse than getting mad at not winning anything with a scratch-off ticket, because the Fighter's Pass is basically a scratch-off ticket where you're at least guaranteed to win something. I mean, just look at this image of the Fighter's Pass and try to tell me they're not trying to sell scratch-offs. So rather than buying the second wave up front expecting anything specific, maybe you should have at least waited for the first few fighters to be revealed before spending your money. But as far as Steve and the rest of the Minecraft gang and franchise goes, though, why wouldn't Nintendo want him in Smash? I mean, after all, Minecraft's on the Switch, 3DS, and even the friggin' Wii U, and it sold way more copies on these Nintendo consoles than probably any of the games from the first wave, so it's not like it doesn't make sense. And with Banjo and Kazooie already being on the roster, the issue with Microsoft owning Minecraft wasn't really a factor either, thanks to Phil Spencer being such a small guy. And with there being supposedly over 120 million active Minecraft players, that'd mean that if even just 1% of them bought Smash Ultimate for Steve, then that'd be over 1 million sales. And since a good chunk of them probably didn't own a Switch, it'd probably move some consoles as well. And at the end of the day, isn't that kind of the whole point of third-party characters joining the Smash roster in the first place? A lot of people think Smash characters are just meant to advertise games on Nintendo consoles, which is partially true, but the whole point of a crossover or a collab is so that two different fan bases could discover each other. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of Persona fans who've never really played Smash all that much and probably do now because of Ultimate, just like how there's probably plenty of Smash fans who went out of their way to buy a PS4 and Persona 5 as well, since the game's still not on the Switch for whatever reason. But even so, I'm still gonna stand firm in my prediction that it will eventually come to Nintendo platforms, and if not, then there's still at least Persona 5 Scramble and Persona Q to justify Joker being in Smash. The point is that Minecraft being in Smash is definitely going to help the franchise become even more popular than it already is. So even if you think, ew, Minecraft's for dumb kids, gross, how cringe, then just know that there's a lot more good to come out of it that outweighs the negatives of simply not choosing Steve on the character select screen and not being forced to buy him in the first place. And seeing as how most people don't actively use every last character in the game, is it really that big of a deal if there's one more fighter that you might not personally try and main if it's going to help the franchise you love become even bigger? Man, after all, Smash becoming more popular means a bigger budget for the next game, and I know that Sakurai tries to pretend like Smash Ultimate might be the last one, but we all know Nintendo's eventually going to make another game, with or without the Sackmaster. So if Minecraft adding another character that's potentially going to bring new fans over to the franchise, then I'm all for it, because I don't know about you, but if I like something, I don't want to keep it a secret so I can try and convince myself that it makes me cool for whatever reason. I mean, I'd rather more people check it out, so I say add anybody to Smash Bros just as long as they originate from video games, because even if I don't want to buy them myself, I'll still be happy for other people who will, and for the record, I'm still not buying Wave 2 based on Steve, because much like Min Min, I know for a fact that I'm never going to play as him outside of like 2 matches just out of curiosity, and now that I've got Banjo, Joker, Mega Man, Cloud, Toon Link, and like 69 other fighters to choose from, the only character I even kinda want a little bit's Dixie Kong, but I'm still more than content without her, and given how ruthless the fanbase could be about asking for certain characters, I'm not going to expect her anytime soon, but that still doesn't mean that I'm not happy for people who wanted Steve or Min Min, and even if I don't end up buying anybody from the second wave at all, I just hope that the rest of the characters end up making somebody happy, and if they don't satisfy you, then just try and remember all the characters you like that made the cut. Unless, of course, there are none, but if that's the case, why the hell are you playing Smash in the first place, you dingus? But anyway, what do you think? Does Minecraft Steve being in Smash help the franchise, or is it, ew, little kid game, gross, cringe, ugh? Either way, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and as always, I'll try my goddamnedest to respond to everybody at some point. But let me tell you, if there's two people who really need to be added to the Smash roster, then it would definitely be today's patrons of the day, Buffalo from Utah and Jiznu. If you want to be badasses like these two, then consider supporting FU Game Crew on Patreon for loot boxes and silly rewards in the mail. Send pictures or videos of you rocking merch if you want to make cameos in my videos, and follow me on Twitch if you ever want to hang out whenever I play video games sometimes. My name's CameronAllOneWord, and I'll see you next time.
So I want to say thank you to your loyalty, thank you for your support.